Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Coffee Break with John here at Sweetgum Labs. So this past week, I had a couple things hit me in a little bit different directions about a common thread or a common topic. In this case, it's communication with each other, with clients. So an ex-colleague and supervisor of mine, a boss, he sent me an article from the FA magazine. It's an industry publication. About how majority of clients are not did not feel completely engaged in the process with their own financial plans. So I read it and I kind of said it's really interesting, and I agree that there's a lot of work to be done, and kind of went on about my day. And then I believe it was like a day or two after that, I spoke to another ex-colleague, a woman who is probably in the last quarter of her career at this point. She's been through ups and downs and everything else in between. And I was asking her, what does she want? We were talking about the discussion of maybe doing some part-time help with me and my company, and she was saying she wants to be involved in the process and communicated to have a seat at the table, even though she's not necessarily having a vote. Just understanding the perspective of what we're doing and why. And it had a bit of a paradigm shift after that, because I was thinking about how at the very beginning and the first interaction we have with clients, it normally is pretty open. There isn't a need to sort of politic in the background. But as it plays out over the next few years, it becomes, and this is, everyone's a little bit guilty of this, I think, about maintaining the status quo and maintaining the revenue stream. So, people aren't necessarily, doing anything bad. It's more about trying to create a narrative that they believe will be acceptable. So, I was just thinking through some ways that we can, kind of get around that. And one of the things I was thinking of is the incorporation of, the technology, like, for example, like Slack, where it's not as easy as a text message, but maybe not as costly as an email, like mentally. Might be a good way to just kind of have a more robust and more frequent communication with clients and prospects. So I just want to throw it out there and see what you guys think. I think if it's anything that's worthwhile, if you feel like that would be helpful to get added to a technology platform like that, where you can just shoot a topic out, and maybe in a couple of days we get a chance to respond back. We say, here's an article we found on this, here's something we have in our archives, or any other ideas. Because I do agree with the article that I was referring to about there is a problem with communication, and I think if we work hard at it, we should be able to help break down some of those barriers. Okay, so until next time, have a good night. Bye bye.